What's going on, guys? This is Jim from Disc Golf Brah at the 2021 Brewport Open at Veterans Memorial Park, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Tournament Director Craig Smolin. I'm joined by my special guest, Cale Moriarty, a past champion. Cale, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much, Jim. I am super pumped to be here.
All right, so after round one, this is our leaderboard. We got a lot of great talent up on the top four. We chose to film the chase card on this tournament. You guys are in for a real treat. Shout out to Nick Dacey and Brad DiGregorio for filming this one. A couple local guys did a great job. Cale, you're at -4. Cale Leiviska's at -4. Ryan Begley and Jeremy Friedler. Cale, talk to us about your first round.
It was a great round. It was a little frustrating. I was off by just a couple of inches, which, made me only shoot at 4. This place is very scoreable, but if you're not in the perfect spots, these greens are really rough. There's a lot of slants, a lot of rocks, so you kind of got to lay up some putts that you want to make sure you play a little bit more conservative so you're not totally blowing your score for the first round.
Yeah, great. So let's go ahead and meet our players on the chase card. First up, we got Cale Leiviska, -4. Awesome player. Next up, we got yourself.
That's me.
Cale Moriarty, -4. Next up, we got Ryan Begley, a local Massachusetts player. You ever play with him before?
Many times.
Many times. And Jeremy Friedler, Trumbull, Connecticut. Shout out, -3. You guys are in for a treat. We got an awesome card. This brings us to hole 1, which is hole 2 for this card. Par 3, 307. Really cool hole here. What are you throwing on this one, Cale?
This one, I am throwing an MD3, just kind of straight at that fat tree right there, trying to hopefully it bends off to the right, and then trying to get just over those rocks so I can sneak up next to the basket without blowing by.
Yeah, awesome hole here. Excited to see how Cale kind of rips this course up.
Yeah, he's throwing his PA3 here. He loves throwing putters. From what I heard in the first round, he kept overdriving most of the holes, so he's really toning it down here, making sure he's going to keep all of his discs nice and close, giving himself some putts today.
Yeah, just effortless toss there. What are you ripping on this hole, Cale?
Yeah, so like I said, this is the MD3. It's a little beat up, so you can throw it nice and smooth, let it get that natural drift, and it just hits a tree.
Brah. Okay. Good rip, though.
Yeah.
Good line.
Yeah, this is Begley here throwing a star TL3, letting the disc do a lot of that work for him.
Yeah, a little faster disc there. That's what I throw on this hole, but not a bad result right next to you.
Yep. Yeah, and Jeremy here, he's throwing a Frizzak X-Cal. Shout out to the Frizzaks, one of the OG disc golf clans up here in New England. Got to give them some love.
Here we go, Frizzak. Yeah, not a bad spot either. Kind of a jump putt here, but like you said, these greens roll away, and this is kind of a death putt behind.
Yeah, your first hole here, starting off, you're coming off of warming up and putting a little bit, but, you're still very tentative because now it's tournament time.
Scary putt for you here. Nice elevation out of you.
Yep, it's all about that loft. Give it enough spin where it can get there, but not roll away. Ryan does the same thing.
Fortunately, different result there. Yeah, and those things just keep rolling.
Yeah, and he's putting with a hard Color Glow Judge, and I'm putting with JK Pro Aviar, so you can see the difference. Oh, my.
Ooh, and Cale says, this is how you birdie, guys. This is how you start. Great putt out of him.
Cale is not one to lay up, and I know he was going to play a lot more aggressive on the putting greens.
Nice comebacker here from Ryan. That putt looks kind of easier than it is. That's not an easy par putt.
No. Yep.
Nice tap in there for Jeremy. And as for you as well. Good hole out of you there. We're going to hole 3. Remember, this is hole 2 for you guys. Par 3, 255. Kind of a little shorty. What are you doing here? What's your game
This
plan?
one, you just want to land anything you can up by those rocks. Those rocks are at 15 feet, so you can go backhand, you can go forehand. Cale's going with another putter, another PA3 here. Probably the same exact one.
There's so much whip on that disc and just glides and sits. Yeah, that's nice.
Yep. Yeah, this is me throwing a DX Aviar PNA. Just hoping to hit that center line and let it kind of slowly drift over.
What do you like about the backhand here versus the forehand?
The forehand gives me a really harsh skip if you're not hitting perfectly, if you're not hitting far enough out. Whereas that backhand, you can kind of just let it move over and let it drop down at the pin.
Yeah, you made the right choice there. Ryan ripping on something speedy, looks like here.
Yeah, he's throwing a Champ Firebird here, and you'll see that fadeaway that the forehand gives you if you don't get it down and hitting.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about this course is kind of the roll-away greens. You really got to be smart. You really got to play well. Jeremy getting kind of a lucky kick there, but yeah, that'll putt.
Yeah, I was surprised he went with that lefty forehand when it could have just gone backhand. I know he was commenting that earlier. And then great bid off there off the front.
Good run there. So this is Cale, maybe about 35 feet away. Decent look.
So close.
What's he putting with there?
He's putting with his signature P Model S's. Every single P Model S you will find has a Cale stamp on it now. So, huge shout out to Prodigy for supporting him. He is just an absolute legend.
There we go. Might I say the disc golf Brah shirt you have on there is lovely.
Yeah, I don't wonder where I got it from.
Great putt out of you there. Awesome start.
Another par here for Jeremy. Par for Begley. So not the worst start, but this is definitely a course you want to be scoring on early. So, pars are fine, but you really want to be looking for those birdies.
Yeah, fun 2 holes to start on. That moves us to par 3, kind of the one different hole out of the starting section here. This is par 3, 354. Funky line. You got to kind of get creative on this one. What do you think for this hole?
Yeah, I think this is a extremely specific kind of shot because you're looking to get something on a hyzer and then flipping up to flat and then holding that line. So it's not going to bend over too much and it's not going to just, hyzer out on you on that backhand right-hand shot.
Forehand flex in play for us Brahs, would you say?
Yeah, if you got it, you can pull it out. And, I'm throwing an MD4 here. Just beats the corner.
Lovely. And do you like going past the basket? Because you do that often.
I do it a lot, and it's not something I try to do, but, I don't play this course too much. This is, my second time here in 2 years, so it's just a lack of, knowing the exact distance. Cale throwing that putter again, and, man, that looks so nice. Oh.
Yeah, that was probably going to end up right about where you were. Took an early tree there, but, yeah, still a putt.
Yeah, here we get that forehand line here. Let's see if Begley can pull it off.
Going back to that Firebird, right? Interesting play. I like it. Kind of gets caught up in those early trees, yeah.
Jeremy going with his forehand again. Saw it off a little bit. Fights through some trees. We'll see what he has.
Yeah, fun to watch you guys versus Ryan and Friedler that do the forehands. It's fun to watch the kind of contrast of the backhand there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always good to see the different shapes of the shots as they're flying.
Yeah, tough bid there for Jeremy. He's in there. Shakes it off and drills the par. That's,
when you make putts like that, it's all right when you kind of make a little rough up shot.
Jeez. So this is Cale's birdie putt here.
Just off the top.
Elevation is tough on this hole.
Yeah, that was definitely a downhill putt. You couldn't quite tell from the camera angle. Another one off the top.
Similar thing for Ryan. That river plays casual there, so that was fine on this hole. And what are you doing here? Talk to me about your...
I decided to be brave, and I didn't have too many different options, and my only shot here was going through these, that really thick tree and that really skinny one. I made sure that my disc would fit, lined it up, and you just got to commit.
You just got to believe, yeah?
Yeah.
And this is your JK ABR for the birdie.
Yeah, the JK goes in. That's a huge birdie. I feel like this is definitely a bonus 2-hole for sure.
Huge bonus. What do you like about the JK plastic?
It is nice and soft and tacky still. You got a good firmness so it's not flopping around in your hand, but it grips, and I like that grippy.
Love that. Nice par out of Cale, bogey out of Ryan. Moves us to hole 5, par 3, 332. This is a tight one with a big slope at the end. Not sure if the drone's going to do it justice, but this is a tough one.
Yeah, this is a hard hole. The angle of this green, and it's a very common occurring theme here. The angles of the green are demanding, and it really requires a good shot. The forehand, I think, plays very well because it's going into that hill, whereas a backhand will kind of slide away from it.
What are you throwing here, Kyle?
So this is a soft heart. This is beat to everything. People see it and can't believe I still throw it, but it makes it so much better.
Yeah, we missed the catch cam there, but that's a good one. That'll putt, yeah?
Yeah, that's putting on the back side. Cale's going a nice smooth PA3 here.
Jeez, how do you think he gets so smooth? How does one get so smooth?
He is the smooth criminal. I heard Michael Jackson wrote that song about him.
A little pro gap out of Jeremy. Yeah, this course is tight. This hole is tight for sure.
Yeah. Jeremy is the local here. He's been playing here for a long time, and I'm sure he's thrown thousands of shots better than that one, so he's really feeling the pressure.
Quick shot out of him just to kind of get it up there. Hard to say if you'd rather be putting downhill or uphill. Any preference for you?
I'd rather be putting uphill, but when you putt like Cale, you can putt from anywhere.
That was not an easy putt. Not sure if the camera does it justice, but that was a great putt.
Yeah, probably sitting at that 40 feet. You know, Ryan sitting here just outside the circle.
He says, I'll have the same thing, Cale. That looked nice.
Yeah, he started off quite well.
Jeremy says, hey, guys, can I play?
Yeah, he's jumping on that putt train. His was for par, and here I am going for my bird.
You gave it enough run, though. That was good.
Yeah, I should have done better.
I've been short on this hole, I think, every time, so I'll take that.
Yeah. So this is always just that classic little missed your putt, just clean it up.
And not the easiest tap in. That's still a scary putt.
Yeah.
That moves us over to hole 6. I would say this is kind of your signature hole. This is a par 4, another tight tunnel shot, 502. I've seen you eagle this hole on camera.
Yeah, and I want to eagle it again. You know, you do it once, you want to do it every single time. So if I'm not taking the 2, I'm disappointed.
Plays longer than 502, I feel. Maybe the uphill, but...
It is uphill. That little rock wall that we just hit is where that hill really starts. This is Cale throwing an M4, which is crazy to me. He's going a mid-range on this beautiful flip-up line, just staying in the middle the whole time. You really can't get much better than that.
Oh, my goodness. Makes it look so easy.
Yeah, this is Ryan. He is throwing... What is he throwing here? The S-line DD3.
Here we go. Yeah, early tree there.
Yeah, and that's the kick you get by throwing a faster disc. You know, that's kind of why Cale went with that mid-range, just in case he didn't hit that line. He'd stay in the middle. This is me throwing a T-Bird 3.
Come on, baby.
Oh, this is your hole, man.
I'm in love.
Yowza.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at another look at this from our catch cam. This is just beautiful.
And it is so tough to beat that flight of disc that's just slowly flipping up to flat and holds in that straight line.
Yowza, that's an eagle putt. You got a putt for sure.
Yep.
Do you like throwing discs straight like that? I've never done that. They look cool.
You know, it's something I definitely would recommend to most players. Yeah. Learn how to throw something on a little bit of a touch hyzer and watch it flip up without breaking over.
For sure. Similar result there for Jeremy, throwing something fast, getting a big kick, unfortunately. This is going to be Ryan's kind of out of jail shot.
Oh.
That was looking good, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's that weird broken tree stump left in the fairway.
Yeah, this right side is tough to get out of.
Yeah, you just look at all these trees, and it is jail. You know, it makes sense of a player throwing that slower speed just to stay out of that.
All right, there you go. So Jeremy, a couple of tough shots, but he's up there. He's got a putt. He's got a par putt. Definitely a hole where you want at least a par. It's
absolutely, yeah.
Parable.
You know, par would be, in your mind, worst case scenario. This played as one of the easier holes, coming in at, I believe it's like 3.6 as a par 4. Ooh, Cale almost giving it that eagle drop in.
Nice sit, though. Set nice for him. Here's your eagle putt.
And again, that beautiful JK Pro soft plastic just dropping. Doesn't have too much action on the ground, which I love.
Yeah, good run there. I've seen a lot of putts roll away on this hole almost every time. Awesome putt out of Jeremy.
And he connects. That's a great putt right there from Jeremy to save that par. That's one of those putts that's going to get your round going.
Yeah, momentum for sure. He's scrambling, but he's getting the par putt, and that's big. Good bit out of Ryan there. Yep. And Cale making it look easy birdie.
Yep, super easy.
Fortunate bogey out of Ryan. You as well, making it look super easy. Tap in birdie. That's a great feeling.
Yep, that's all you ask for right there.
That brings us to hole 7, par 3, 228. Kind of two gaps you can go here, right? Left or right, depending on what you want. Awesome hole to an elevated basket.
Yeah, you look at all these greens. It's slopey, it's rocky. It's so hard to navigate where you want to hit and land and stick. So Cale's going backhand, looks like another PA3, and he's just trying to go on this butter hyzer gap here.
Oh yeah, no, that's great.
Great tree,
right under that kind of big rock. That'll putt.
Yeah, I'm throwing to JK Pro AVR, just trying to follow that line, maybe a touch harder, and I don't throw it harder. But it checks up nicely.
Just keeps going, yeah.
Jeremy here, he's going with a Champ Firebird.
Yeah, that'll putt too. That sits.
Yeah, he's feeling it. After that long putt in the previous hole, he's ready to go. And this is Ryan Begley here. He's throwing a Neutron Runway.
Runway, there we go. He almost ran that right in the basket. Good run out of him.
Just off. over the top. Cale with some of the trickiest footing here. You can see where his mini's at. His back foot's up above. It's bending the knee.
So that CTP there, you think, right in front of him?
A different division.
Great putt out of him. Great birdie.
Yeah, it's a putt that you expect Cale to hit. He's been one of the best players in the world for many years, and, he's not going to miss a putt like that.
Comes down to the putting, right? I mean, that's what separates, I think.
Yeah, that's how we truly score and how you gain all those strokes. Here I am from probably just inside the circle, but downhill. So this is playing like almost a 40-foot putt.
Just lovely.
Just above the rim.
Yowza. Making it look easy. I got to say, you're making it look easy. Fun to watch.
Yeah. Sometimes when you have Cale right there who's pushing you, you have to stick with him. So.
Yeah, great birdie. Yeah, did you get that feeling throughout? The competition always drives you? Is that that type of player?
Absolutely. You're always kind of knowing where everybody on the card is, and I didn't check the scores, but I knew where Cale and I were at, and I knew Cale was going to be some of the top competition.
Yeah, for sure. That'll bring us to hole 8. One word for this hole, I would say uphill. Would you say par 3, 324? This is a good one.
Yeah, it does not play anything close to 324. That is a complete lie. You're throwing almost a 420-foot shot up this hill, all the way up to that basket. You have all these trees on the side that just want to ricochet a disc that is not perfectly cleanly thrown like Cale just did right here.
Perfect and clean. Hits that tree, but get some tree love. That'll putt.
All right, here I am throwing a forehand.
What disc you got there?
That is a Champion T-Devil with a shark with a freaking laser.
Man, that was a freaking laser. And you stayed on brand there. You hit the tree. I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, it's in the contract. I got to hit a couple of trees for the Brahs.
And Jeremy with a nice rip here. A little high out of his hand, but...
it just keeps fighting through.
That's all right.
He's going to be just outside the circle.
A good throw out of him. Ryan going back to that forehand. A little overturn. It just hits that early tree.
Yep. Yeah, I know that tree. So he gets pushed back behind the cluster of trees you kind of really hoping to beat if you're not getting up onto that circle.
This is a great shot. This is a tough forehand because you got to commit, and it drops off to a cliff in the background.
Absolutely. You cannot go past this one.
And great shot out of you there.
Yeah, thank you. That's another soft harp. That is my bread and butter. Once I get down and throwing those soft harps, I know I'm going to be okay. Ooh!
Great putt. Looks like Cale had about 100 feet of elevation there.
Yeah, he said he could only see just the top of the band.
Jeremy's dialed in. I think this is not 3 in a row, but he's getting heated up.
It feels like 3 in a row after hitting that 40-foot putt. Great putt from Ryan here, saving his par.
The putting and the scrambling is just a joy to watch out of you guys. Really putting on a clinic.
Yeah, and that's something you definitely find in that pro division. You see players who are not taking strokes on those simple shots.
Yeah, definitely. This brings us to our first score update through 7. You and Cale are up top. Bobby dropped down to -7. We got a battle going on.
Absolutely, and I'm sure Cale, he has no idea where he's at. I have no idea where I'm at. Bobby, he might be checking the scores if he's only at 1 down, and he might see this, and it could either light a fire under his butt, or it could destroy him.
Yeah, a lot of great golf coming up. That'll bring us to hole 9, par 4, 358. This is a shorter par 4, definitely birdieable. What's your plan of attack here?
I love the forehand on this line. I can look at this gap the whole way. There's a lot of trees on that inside right side that you just gotta beat. There's maybe 1 or 2 trees in the way that, you take those out, it makes it a really nice par 3. But since they're there, it's a 4.
It's a 4. And if you go over that stump like the drone did, that's always a fun shot.
Absolutely. And, Jeremy here is feeling great being the lefty, taking the local route out the outside, and a beautiful skip.
That's great. Yeah, Jeremy's on fire now. He knows the course, the local line, like you said. Great throw.
Yep, Cale throwing the M4 because he does not do a forehand, and it just looks pured out of the hand, but gets a rough kick.
Rough kick. Yeah, he just doesn't find the trees. That's a crazy skill to have.
Yeah, this is me throwing a Sexton Firebird on that forehand line, just trying to keep it low, pushing it out straight, and I find one of the trees in the middle.
Forehand smash. I feel bad for that tree. That was humming.
Oh, yeah, those trees have taken a beating over the days. So this is Begley trying to copy that line I just threw.
A little higher,
but, he gets out there and he misses the trees in the middle and pushes out past.
Yeah, that's prime.
Yeah. So
Good look for here, up and down.
Yeah, just a nice soft harp again, upshot, forehand, bread and butter. That's
So
what I
soft.
want.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, definitely a birdieable hole.
Yeah, Jeremy, and I believe he was throwing a soft harp or a soft zone on that.
So this is an eagle putt out of Ryan.
Come on.
Definitely an eagleable hole.
Yep.
I've seen
And
it.
so there's Cale's drive. It kicked over into the woods, and he just had that for an out. So he's putting there for birdie.
Yeah, he left a little bit more than he wanted there. And unfortunately, just missed it there.
Yeah, it was a tough miss. I know he really wanted that one.
Another great birdie out of you. -9. There we go.
Yeah, and, doesn't feel like a birdie, but it's a stroke on Cale, which is what I was mostly concerned about.
So smooth. Just a smooth par out of Cale.
Absolutely.
Great birdie out of Jeremy. That's 3 in a row. He's on the fire train. That'll bring us to hole 10. Par 3, 304. Tight off the tee. Couple of gaps you got to hit, but a really cool hole here.
Absolutely, and it's very similar to hole 8. Big uphill shot. Plays a lot longer than 304, and there's definitely trees you got to miss here as well. This rocky green, common theme for today, as always. Really going to chew up your discs or send them out. And Jeremy with this absolute local line blast. Oh, I love it.
Take notes, locals. Those are the lines you want. That's great. Great
Yeah.
throw there.
Here's me throwing that Champ T-Devil to freaking laser, baby.
Oh, we're in for a treat here. This is going to the moon.
Hopefully not the moon. The moon is not near the basket.
Yeah, nice low.
And it gets jammed under a root. No skip.
Who would have thought? Well,
Here's
again,
Ryan.
on brand, so I got to thank you for that.
Yep.
Little turned over from Ryan. He's in this kind of left jail, but, he can get out.
Yeah, he threw it far enough where it's just going to be a simple pitch out to the basket. Cale going that M4 again.
Yeah, something about throwing slow discs, just kind of staying in control. That's his game plan, and it's fun to watch.
Absolutely. He knows exactly how to move those discs, how he wants it as well. Been doing it for long enough.
Great run here. And this is where you see a lot of rollaways. Nice kind of hop on that rock there. That'll sit.
Yeah, you should see pretty much every player go very tentative at this basket. Try not to have that disc spinning too fast as it's touching the ground.
Yeah, it must have been tough for them to bring all these rocks into this course. Must have been.
Yeah, I would not have wanted to do that. Thank you to anybody who was putting rocks on the greens out there before the tournaments.
And I think that sat for Ryan. That'll putt, but that was a good out, and he gave it a little run.
Jeremy to keep the birdie train
He wanted
has
that one.
ended.
He wanted that one. That'll sit, though.
Yep. Yeah, so these should all be just, your average cleanups here. Take your par, move on to the next one.
Here we go. Yeah, par on this hole is good. We'll take it. All right, Jeremy's still on fire. Pars they don't heat you down.
Yeah,
They'll
he's
cool you down.
sitting at 6 down. He's 2 behind Cale, 3 behind me.
All right, great. So after 9 holes, the leaderboard is looking luscious. We got Bobby at -10, Kyle, you're at -9, Cale at -8, and Jeremy at the bottom there, -6. We got some awesome disc golf going on.
Yeah, but don't forget about Shane Wyson at 7 down. He's an explosive player. He can make a lot of things happen. Look for him to really make a push here on these back 9 holes. And I only made that jab about Bobby because I knew he was going to fight back. He's an OG. He's a baller. He wants the competition.
Yeah, when you think of Bridgeport disc golf, you think of Bobby. This is great. A lot of great disc golf coming up. Thanks for joining us, guys. Make sure you check out the back 9. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the back 9.